Hi guys, welcome to Crypto 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And this is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. If you're just joining the show, welcome to the show again. And this is where we discuss everything that matters when it comes to cryptocurrency space. So if you're just joining, please and please destroy the likes button. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and make sure you share it with your loved one, because what we do on this great show is really nice. Let me paste the link in the group, in the community, excuse me. And if you've not joined the community, you might want to do that right now. Join the live now. You might want to do that so you can benefit from everything that is going on in the community. We have free signals, we have free educational content, and so on and so forth. So feel free to join. The links are down in the description. Join the live now. All right, guys, that's that regarding the community and all of that. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of November 2025. And what is happening with BTC? As BTC bottomed in, or we are still going to deep down more? That is what we're going to be looking on the show this morning. My name is as you all know, I'm Ahmed Magic Azim, aka KC the Great, and thanks for joining me on the live show this morning again. And if you look at the chart pretty quickly, you find out that nothing has really happened since we touched 80,000 US dollars. The Bitcoin has just been pulling back a little bit. We saw the market hit around 89,000 US dollars, but the truth is we've not seen any significant structure or anything that will make sure to say we should jump onto the buy. Like I told you guys, you do not need to rush in. So if you look at BTC right now, it's just more or less just moving gradually. Although I like what I'm seeing, because if this hand that we are seeing right now, and we could see another daily candle break above it, maybe we're going to have a buy again, and maybe we're going to see the market push a little bit. But until that happens, we need to hold on and not just jump into the market. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research. And if you look at the news, what is even really going on? And the question is, has Bitcoin really bottomed? Because we've seen a lot of analysis saying probably BTC is going to dump between 80 and 75K. My own real support or bottom that I feel will be really taken into accountability will be around 75,000 US dollars if price could touch that, because that is where I feel like we have a double bottom or bottom before we could see the market go up. But adoption is coming in, ETF is flowing in, and so on and so forth. So maybe we're gonna get there, maybe not, but we need to be careful about that. But if you look at this as well, you find out that BlackRock dumps more Bitcoin despite BTC recovery. So that is even really going to affect, because you can see since we've been seeing this dump from 104,000 US dollars that I told you guys to leave the market. If you remember, I told you to leave the market at 123,000. Then we saw another entry around 104. Then I told you to leave exactly at 104 again, because the market fails to move and it broke the structure. Since then, we've been seeing a lot of ETF outflows, and we've been seeing BlackRock dumping so much more ETF. So a lot of these, and I told you guys, this season, this bull cycle is being powered by ETF. Let's just be realistic. We saw the market move to 70K because BlackRock ETF was approved. And the 100K we moved to was because Donald Trump won the election, because he is a pro-crypto president. We saw his son is handling the America Bitcoin mining company and all of that. So that was the reason why the market pushed to that. So if that narrative is the reason why the market moved to those all-time high we're seeing and all of that, we should not count them out. And that is the reason why altcoins is not really doing well this season, because most of these big institutions and all of them, I think they are not really interested in altcoins per se, but we're still going to discuss about that shortly. So if you look at the chart now, BlackRock is dumping. So where are we going to see the massive inflow ETF to make sure believe the market is going to rally again? Because the truth is we need liquidity to flow into the BTC for it to start moving ahead, create that force again, then people start jumping on that. If we don't see that, I'm afraid we might just accept we're going to break that. We're going to come down to 75 or break that level, and that means we are now in bear cycle, which is going to last for about 1 year or thereabout. And if you look at more news regarding Bitcoin, even when we talk about the perpetual aspect of it, which is the future trading, you see BTC perpetual future reveals shocking short dominance on major exchange. So what they're trying to say is BTC is being short by a lot of people on major exchange. It shows that a lot of people do not believe in this bull run any longer, and they're starting to short the BTC, and that's why we're seeing the market dropping. So see, one factor, ETF outflow is on the rise, big banks are selling, retailers are leaving the market fleeing, and now we see major shorting happening on major exchanges. So you can see it's really not giving us a clear signal yet, and that is why I've been telling you guys we need to hold on before we get onto the market. We're gonna get into the market, don't get me wrong. Like I told you guys last week or Monday, that even though the market is dropping, it doesn't mean the market is not going to gain some traction to move back up, and we can still use that to benefit ourselves, if you understand what I'm saying. And if you look at another news on the radar, you find out that Solana ETF inflows hit record high, and that's about 58 million within consecutive weekly gains, and that is not really that much, but that is impressive when we talk about altcoins. And if you look at Solana, you find out that Solana has not really printed any structure or anything like that. So this movement we're seeing, you should not be you should not be deceived. It might just pull out a little bit, and we're going to see the market start dumping like that, because even though altcoin season, if you look at the index or the indicator, it just moved to 25%. Imagine we are at the end of bull cycle and altcoin is just approaching 25. That doesn't really look good or make sense to me. So maybe we're not even going to have altcoin season. The one we're going to see are the movement we see on Solana, Ethereum, and some altcoins that performed pretty well since 2021 or 2022, and that might be the end of everything we're seeing this bull cycle. But if we're going to have the super cycle like some of these influencers have been talking about, maybe altcoins are still going to come, but we need to understand one thing. That means the 4-year cycle will now be nullified. That means there's no longer 4-year cycle. It's now BTC, moving according to structure, and probably we're going to be seeing some dump or some retracement, just like we're seeing stocks and forex, and so on and so forth. And speaking about altcoins, if you look at XRP as well, XRP jumped 7%, but we need to be careful. And you know what I told you about XRP? XRP has really been holding on strong. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you see other token, they've dropped, or other altcoins, even Bitcoin, they dropped below the black swan we experienced 2 months ago. So yeah, something like that. That happened around October 10th. So that's about a month plus ago. But XRP has not really, even touched down to the buying zone, not to talk about breaking that bottom. So I feel like something might be, coming up regarding XRP, but do we need to jump into it? We're going to take a look at that now shortly as well. And if you look at like I said earlier on, the altcoin season index surges to 25, and what? The bull run is getting to an end. So are we going to say we're going to have altcoin season within just a month or 2 months thereabout? Yes, it's possible. Anything is possible in crypto, but the way I'm looking at what is going on, what powered this bull cycle is not really doing well with the altcoin. We saw Solana ETF. You can see what happened. Look at ETF. Solana ETF inflows hit record of just 58 million. That is not really impressive. Within weeks, that doesn't really make sense. And let's go to meme coin real quick. You can see a slow debut for Grayscale Spot Dogecoin ETF. The same not good news with meme coins ETF. So you can see the impact we saw on Bitcoin ETF is different to what we are seeing with meme tokens ETF and altcoins ETF. Even with Ethereum didn't do well. Even when they moved to proof of stake, nothing really happened like that. When the ETF happened too, nothing really happened. We're just going to see a little bit of movement. The market start dropping, and it drops down as low as I think $1,800. Then so ETF to other aspect like meme coins, altcoins, they are not really active compared to what we're seeing with Bitcoin. That's why I'm saying maybe this bull run, we're not just going to have alt season and meme coin season. Maybe the one we're just going to see are those ones we've seen that just, especially the launching pads like Solana, Pump.fun, Hyperliquid that came through DEX derivative trading and all of that. So I feel like we might not get all those things this season. But now let's dive into the chart back and see how we're going to go with the charts this money. If you look at Bitcoin, like I told you earlier on, yes, Bitcoin is, we have a retracement. Even if you're using your 4-hour to check, you see that BTC move a little bit and has not broken below this 85,000 that I told you guys on Monday. But that is for future trading leverage traders. If you are an investor or you are a sports trader, remember it's not financial advice anyway, but what I will tell you is is not the right time to get back into the market. This is not the right time. Why? Because you need a structure, you need a confirmation. No confirmation yet on the chart. We're just in a pullback. And if you use the Fibonacci to check where the pullback should stop, let me show you. If you use the Fib to check where the pullback should stop, we've already hit 0.618 Fibonacci. The highest I think we could go will be around 92,000 or 91,000 thereabout. That is where I'm even expecting the pullback to reach before we start seeing the market start coming down. Or let us get a clear structure that will tell us Bitcoin is now a buy for investors and spot traders. But if you're a future, or if you're a derivative trader, leverage trader, where you go in and out using 1 hour, 30 minutes, that is different case. You could join my Telegram or my Discord community for signals or learn how to do that. But I'm talking about investors and spot traders. You do not need to get into the market right now. You can just stay away. Don't worry, the time will come where we'll get back into the market. We're going to see the momentum and the Bitcoin is going to print a lot of money. But for now, I just feel like BTC, to me, it's still not a buy. It's an why you can take my word for it, even though it's not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment, is because I have been right since I've been analyzing this market. Take a look at when I told you to leave the market at 123,000 US dollars. Where is the market trading now? $80,000. Even when I told you guys to leave the market at 104 again, where is the market trading right now? Market's trading at $87. So I am not saying we can't be wrong or something like that, but with the experience and the way I've been seeing the way the market is moving this bull cycle, please, this is not the best time to get back on BTC. We need a proper structure, or we need a buying zone area to get back into the market. So for now, BTC is still a sell, and I'm still going to leave this line in red. It shows we are still in a sell, no buy yet, and you can stay away from Bitcoin if you're an investor and a spot trader. But if you're derivatives, future trading, and you go in and out, that one you need to have a lot of experience. You need to know how to do risk management, lot size, stop loss and all of that. And that one you need to know it. It's just no, it's not just what you just think you can start doing. If not, you're gonna lose your money. But if you want to benefit from that, you can join my Discord channel or my Telegram channel. It's free of charge. The links are down in our description. So that's that regarding Bitcoin. Let's now check altcoins, and we're going to start with Ethereum, which is ETH. Is ETH a buy yet? No. Take a look at the chart. You can see we're just seeing a pullback. Even though we use the fib to check where the pullback reach, highest I think Ethereum should be between $3,050 and 2,009 or 3,000. We've already hit 3,000. So if we push to $3,050, it doesn't mean it's still a buy. It's just a pullback. What do we need? We need a structure as well. Just like I have said with Bitcoin, we need a good structure for ETH also before we can jump on that. Let's take a look at Link, which is Chainlink. Chainlink also is not a buy. You can see no structure, and even it has not dropped into the buying zone. Let's take a look at AAV. You can take a look at AAV and you see that AAV also is not a buy. Stay away from it. Solana, I told you, regardless of what we see, it's not even a good news. Imagine for weeks we're just seeing about 58 million ETF on Solana. That is not encouraging, and you can even see it on the chart, because I call the chart the fortune teller. Why? Because it's not going to lie to you. Whatever that is happening, both in the macro news, event, everything, the chart is going to print it out for you, and you're going to see what is really happening. And you can see with this, it's just a pullback we're seeing as well regarding Solana. It's not yet a buy. What about BNB? The same thing with BNB. BNB is not a buy as well. You can see it created a new low, no structure, no buying, nothing. Just we need to wait. What about Litecoin, which is LTC? LTC is still maintaining that $80 floor that I told you that we need to break $80 before we can write off LTC, and it has not been able to do that. So if you're still holding on to your LTC, fine, you may want to hold on to it, but mind you, the moment it breaks below $80, you need to leave the market. Let's take a look at SUI. SUI also is not a buy. Stay away from it. What about AVAX? AVAX is not a buy yet. Stay away from it. What about ADA? That's Cardona. Cardona also is not a buy. Stay away from it. And what about XRP? XRP also is not a buy. Even though we are seeing good news and we are seeing good structure and stronghold from XRP, it's still not a buy. Please stay away from it. Let it drop into the buying zone or break above the structure. Let's take a look at Toncoin. Toncoin also, that's a Telegram coin, is not a buy. Please stay away from it. What about AStarDex? AStarDex is not a buy. You can see I still leave it in red. Please stay away from it. What about Pump.Fun? Pump.Fun also is not a buy. Please stay away from it. Remember, all these are for spot traders and investors. If you are a derivative future traders, you need to join my Telegram or my Discord channel. It's free of charge to get signal from in and out, because that one, it's leverage, and but for spot trader and investors, swapping costs a lot of money, so you don't need to be going in and out. You need a precise sniper entry to get in, and you get out after some profit. So you need to understand what I'm saying right here. So it's not a buy. Stay away from Pump.Fun. Let's take a look at Ondo. Ondo also is not a buy. Stay away from it. What about Zcash? Zcash is not a buy. You know one thing about this Zcash? I don't know. It's like I see the future when it comes to this Zcash. Remember when Zcash went to 740 or thereabout, and I know a lot of you missed the pump, because the pump happening, I think, weekend thereabout, and it shot up so high. A lot of you were asking me if you need to jump on it. I said no. Why? Because the market just zoom off. You need to retrace, and when it was retracing, it broke. It has a signal that I use there was a kicker, and when I saw the kicker, I knew you don't need to buy it again. I told you guys, stay away from me. What happened again? They pumped it again to 740 again, or 738 thereabout. And luckily, I was recording the next morning. I told you guys, please stay away from Zcash. Yes, we have the impulse, but no confirmation. And you can see I left it in yellow because no confirmation to show that we need to jump on Zcash bandwagon. What is happening today? I told you guys, stay away. You see, it's trading at 501. So please and please, we need to be patient in this crypto game. It's not what you just listen to all these influencers that they don't really have experience when it comes to trading. You understand? You need to always just be patient and wait till we have a proper and a good entry. So Zcash also is not a buy. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at okay, the next one will be meme tokens, but we're gonna wait there. If you have any altcoins you want me to check for you, or any token, you can DM me or message me, or you can comment in the comment section. I'll add it to the list, then we can discuss it together. But if you're still watching the show till now, thanks for joining the live show this morning. But if you've not subscribed to the channel, please and please subscribe, like, and share. It's CryptoBit 101 on YouTube, and that is the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. Also, you can follow me on all social media, and you can follow me on X, you can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram to get more nugget when I drop every day. All right, back to the chart analysis right now. And if you look at now, we're going to move into the meme tokens, and we're going to start with Dogecoin. We saw a bad start for Dogecoin ETF, but that's not the case. Let's take a look at the chart and see if we should join the Dogecoin bandwagon. No, you can see this is not really good because we are in between the movement that went up to create that structure at 0.21 cent. Even though the market is dropping to 14 cents now, I'm not going to tell you to jump on it. I will only ask you to jump on it if it dropped to the buying zone, which is around 0.10 cent. And even though it dropped to that zone, we need a structure on a lower time frame compared to the bigger one for us to get into this. So you need to know how these things work. So Dogecoin is not a buy as well. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Not a buy as well. Stay away from it. What about Pepe? The same thing. Not a buy. Stay away from it. Let's take a look at Pop. Yeah, I think Popcat. Popcat also is not a buy. You need to stay away from it. Let's take a look at Trump token. Trump token was doing well. I gave you entry at $6 and it gave us a lot of profit. But now I told you guys stay away from it. You can see I put the red line there. Anytime you see the red line on my chart, it means the market is still in sell. You don't need to buy. So you can see the red line there. Trump coin is not a buy. Stay away from it. What about Millennial token? Millennial token has dropped into the buying zone, but do we have a structure to now buy it? No. Let's take a look at it on the lower time frame. For some of you that are interested in Millennial token, you can see this is the hand that went up on the lower time frame. So we need to break above 0.134. You understand? Or 139. If we do not break above that, so we need to stay away from Millennial token as well. So Millennial token is not a buy as well. You can stay away from it. But for those of you that got in when it broke above 0.14 cent, you might still hold on to it until it break 0.9. But if you're not in the market, you might just want to wait because the confirmation is not there yet. Let's take a look at Notcoin. Notcoin is not a buy. Stay away from it. What about Deep? Deep is not a buy. Stay away from me. Let me even delete this because it was the buying zone but no structure, so we didn't use it. Let's take a look at X. Meme token is not a buy. Stay away from it. What about Swam? Swam also is not a buy. Stay away from it. So basically both BTC, altcoins, and meme coins, all of them, none of them has given us, what will I call it, a good structure to get back into the market, and I will advise us to stay back and relax till we have a proper entry and a good structure. Remember, trading is all about patience and doing the right thing, because you can lose all your money. And that's why I said this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. All right, let me now give you the bonus that I normally give you on the show, which is what gold. And if you remember, if you watch my show on Monday, I told you guys gold is still a buy. You can go and rewatch what I said, because gold stop loss, or to get out of the market, is at 3,900. Gold is still a buy, and you can see we've moved back. Even though it dropped down to around 4,000 on Monday thereabout, you can see it has now gained some momentum and is now trading at 4,000 160. So gold is still a buy, guys. Gold is still a buy. All right, let's take a look at what is now happening with the market before we now proceed. Gold is still a buy. You can still lock in if you're holding position on gold, but let's check what the market itself is now doing. And if you look at it, you see that cryptocurrency market cap is now above 3 trillion with a little bit of 88 billion US dollars and about 144 billion traded in the last 24 hours. And if you look at trending tokens, Pi Network is back there. Through rain, excuse me, and Modal also is there. And if you look at the top gainers, you can see ETH6900, Wojak, and Zion are amongst the top gainers. But now if you look at the top 10 cryptocurrency, nothing has really changed like that. BTC is still the number 1 cryptocurrency, Ethereum number 2, Theta number 3, even though it's a stable coin. XRP at number 4, BNB at number 5, Solana at number 6, USDC at number 7, Tron at number 8, and Lido Stake is now back to top 10, guys, and Doge Coin is still holding on to that number 10, making it the only meme token in top 10 for a longest period of time. And if you look at the likes of Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, and the rest, they are below top 10. And if you also are interested to know where the token or the coin you're holding on to sit on the cryptocurrency market ranking, you might want to check that out on CoinGecko.com. All right, that's that regarding the market. Let's now check the event of the day to see what is really happening and what data we should be expecting throughout today. And you can see we have so much important news coming out already from Australia, from New Zealand, and from Europe. We have good news coming out. But what are we expecting later in the day? We're going to be waiting for unemployment claims and core durable goods order data to come out at 3:30 p.m. SCST time, or that will now be 1:30 p.m. GMT, depending on where you're watching from. Also around 7 p.m. SCST time, we're going to have the president of Europe Central Bank speak. Also, we're going to see some news coming out of New Zealand late hour regarding on where you're watching from. So these are the events we'll be expecting, and we have high impact news coming around 3:30 p.m. SCST time, or that's 1:30 p.m. GMT, and that is when New York time will be open. So we might see a lot of volatility happening today, so you need to keep a look on your trade if you are future leverage trading. But if you're spot traders and you're an investors, you don't need to worry, because you're not even supposed to be in the market in the first place. I told you to leave Bitcoin at 123. We got an entry at 92. I told you to leave at 116. We got an entry at 104. I told you to leave at 104. And right now there is no good entry yet. Please stay away from the market. If you're an investor and you're a spot trader, stay away. But if you're a leverage trader and you have the experience, you might go in and out. And if you want to get those for free of charge, you can join my Telegram channel or my Discord channel. The links are down in the description. So that's that regarding the economic calendar and what we need to know about the data coming out today. Let's now check what the fear and greed is looking like. We know the fear and greed has not been good. For like 2 weeks, we've been sitting on extreme fear for good 2 weeks. And right now, we're still at extreme fear 15%. That is what the crypto market sentiment analysis is showing us. And now it's fear. Yesterday was extreme fear. Now is extreme fear. Yesterday was extreme fear. Last week throughout was extreme fear. And last month has now turned from fear to neutral. And I will be scared if we later get a month to move into extreme fear. That would be the lowest we've gone when it comes to cryptocurrency. But like I told you, bear market might be in play, but it's not activated yet. I believe until we break below 75,000 US dollars BTC, that is when I'll say yes, we are now in bear market. But we could still bounce back from 75 to go test the high again before the bear season will start. Remember, we have this November to finish, and we have December and probably January for market to start dropping. If at all, the 4-year cycle will continue, and we're going to activate the bear cycle. All right, thanks for joining me on the show this morning once again, and I'm still your humble host, Ahmed Oladimeji Kazeem, aka KC the Great, and thanks for watching the show every morning. This show comes live every day of the week. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not done that. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can always get notified when I come live or when we drop some content that will benefit you in as long as it's crypto space in general. And if you look at it, you can follow me on X, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram to get more nuggets about the crypto space. Remember, this is Crypto Bean 101 channel, and it's the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. Like I said, I'm Ahmed Oladimeji Kazeem, aka KC the Great, and I'll see you tomorrow again live on this channel. Please keep it locked in, share the video, like, subscribe, and get a lot of people benefit from what we are doing on this great platform. Until I see you tomorrow, please stay out of trouble, and remember, it's not how many trade you take, but how much money you make. Until then, it's peace out.